A viewer made a comment, and I knew I had to make a video on this. Thank you for tuning into Hard News TV4. I'm your host, Terry Lynn, and this is the channel where truth is like archaeology, and every day we're digging for it. Today is December 11th, 2020. So a person made a comment that's going to lead this picture into the story. John 15:18. If the world hates you, understand that it hated me first. If people of this world hate you, remember that they hated me first. Then they will deliver you over to be persecuted and killed, and you'll be hated by all nations on account of my name's sake. Okay, so Jesus told us that if they hated him first, they're going to hate us because we have his spirit inside of us. And the spirit that works in this world that killed Jesus, that spirit never left this world. Okay? And I'm going to do a video on spirits pretty soon. I'm going to do a Bible study on that. So that spirit that killed Jesus is still in the world. And Jesus said, if that spirit hated me first, no, it's going to hate you also, because that spirit is in those people. The Bible talks about the spirit that works in the children of disobedience. Okay? So let's look at this. We know the people at the very top that run this world are Satanists. People in the music industry that want to get part of the Illuminati, they're all Satanists, all right? So what does Jesus and Satanists and Operation Warp Speed all have to do with each other? Wait till we get into this, okay? Of everything, wow. This is from the U.S. Air Force. Let me show you the search bar. airforcemedicine.af.mil. Okay, so this is their site. Operation Warp Speed Technology expertise help determine vaccination distribution. So with that in mind, keep Jesus being persecuted in your mind as I read this article. Keep Jesus saying, if they did it to me, they're going to do it to you. The servant's not above his master. Now let's look at the headline news and tie it back to this situation. Your mind's about to be blown. My mind was blown. Atlanta, Georgia. 10 military officers assigned to Operation Warp Speed are embedded at the Center for Disease Control and Prevention to assist the allocation and distribution of the COVID, 10 military officers are at the CDC to help with the distribution and allocation. We know that, right? But 10 officers, not regular, just little footmen. They're getting their orders at the CDC on how they're going to inoculate everybody in America. They're not sending just little low-level enlistees. Operation Warp Speed, led by the Department of Health and Human Services and the Department of Defense, employs a whole-of-America approach to develop and deliver 300 million doses of the you-know-what and therapeutics to treat the virus. More than 600 miles from Operation Warp Speed headquarters in D.C., each of the Army, Navy, Air Force officers in Atlanta are teamed with the CDC regional coordinator responsible for a specific area of the country and its territories. They are laying out their game plan. They're coordinating everything off, and they're getting a plan. They're going to roll with it, okay? The country's existing public health infrastructure is well tested. Okay, but let me show y'all. Operation Warp Speed is using a cutting-edge data platform to collect, correlate, and visualize data across the entire operation. The Tiberius platform is loaded with data from various U.S. sources, U.S. Census, Department of Health and Human Services, state health offices, and the CDC. Tiberius integrates the data related to manufacturing, clinical trials, supply chain, allocation, state and territory planning, delivery and administration of both virus, and kits containing the needles, syringes, and other supplies needed to administer it. No personally identifiable or personal health information is contained in the Tiberius system because they don't care what your name is now. You are an object. Okay? You are a target. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. In war, you are a target. They don't care about your name. And remember the name Tiberius. All 50 states recently submitted COVID distribution plans to the CDC. All the states. An Operation Warp Speed team is involved in helping review those plans. Once the CDC Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices makes its recommendations on who should first receive it, HHS Secretary, in consultation with national leadership, will decide how to prioritize the initially limited doses. Operation Warp Speed will input these decisions into Tiberius using several other logistic factors, compute the quantities to be allocated in each jurisdiction. They will work inside the Tiberius platform to decide where every allocated dose goes. Okay? Through the Tiberius software, Maddox said the team has visibility within one system to see a full snapshot all across U.S. jurisdictions to provide decision support for distribution and allocation. Okay, so keep that word in your mind, Tiberius, and keep the Jesus picture in your mind, okay? So this is CBS. This is from, where's the date on this? It says right there, November 8, 2020. Operation Warp Speed preps for the LyraVax delivery upon FDA approval. Part of the distribution process will rely on state government officials inputting information into a new proprietary software program called Tiberius. The system was created specifically for Operation Warp Speed and links databases that track every dose from the manufacturer to the patient inoculation. It says, Perna says one of the great vulnerabilities in the operation is that the second dose does not arrive at its intended location on time. He hopes Tiberius will help mitigate that issue. We have to ensure that everybody understands the allocations they're going to get and the cadence of which allocations are going to come at them. Then we need them to connect in the Tiberius and tell us where they want us to put the vaccine. No, they do not want me to tell them where to put their vaccine. But let's keep going along this Tiberius software. You look it up. Tiberius is a data mining suite. Remember, we just talked about Bitcoin is a data mining suite. So these theoretically will work with each other. They're both data mining suites. Okay? Now, this is Tiberius data mining, predictive modeling software. So they're going to know who doesn't want it, who's not taking it. They are going to know. Welcome to the home of Tiberius, a data modeling and visualization tool for Windows. Bill Gates. Tiberius is ideal for electric load forecasting, foreign exchange rate modeling. Why is that in there? Why is the economy stuff in there? Customer response modeling, which people are taking it and which one they're not. Credit risk scorecard building. So this can work with Bitcoin. Remember? Neural networks. Y'all, this is not good. 3D data visualization, data recording. Okay, so let's keep going. I got like 2 more things to show you. Palantir helps HHS develop Tiberius system to track production and distribution. Okay, so this was October 23rd. It's already working. They are working for a new system that could help federal health officials track the production, administration, and distribution of the LyraVax. Okay, The Tiberius system would collect data from federal agencies, local and state governments, pharmaceutical firms, and distributors, and enable health officials to integrate a wide range of demographic, employment, and public health data sets to identify the location of priority populations and make decisions when it comes to allocating. So they're going to be tracking who gets it, how it's getting put out, if you're taking your second dose, the resistance to it. Well, why does this tie back into Jesus? Well, let me just show y'all how small the snare is first, okay? Operation Warp Speed is using a cutting-edge data platform to collect, correlate, visualize data across the entire operation. The Tiberius platform is loaded with data from various sources. We just had the census, U.S. Census, Department of Health and Human Services, state health offices, CDC. Tiberius integrates the data related to manufacturing, clinical trials, supply chain, allocation, state and territory planning, delivery, administration of both products and its kits containing all the peripheral things needed. Okay? This is going to be huge, and it's going to know who's compliant in it or not. Well, why does this go back to Jesus? Because Tiberius Caesar was involved in the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Tiberius was in power when Jesus Christ was crucified. Okay? And this is somebody's article underneath there. Heart message, Tiberius Caesar. So when you see that Jesus was brought before Caesar, his first name was Tiberius. A real controlling spirit. You scroll down, it shows some scriptures. Luke 3:1. Now in the 15th year of the reign of Tiberius Caesar, Pontius Pilate being governor of Judea, and Herod being I don't know how to say, of Galilee, and his brother Philip, in the reign of, these names or something. Okay? I'm not even going to try to say how I say them in my mind. But I want to show y'all that it is scriptural, and this world hates Jesus. They're going to hate us also. The same controlling spirit that wanted to crucify Jesus is the same crucifying spirit that wants to crucify his followers, and they name it the same thing. Do y'all think that's coincidental? No. Satanists feel like they might have lost the first time when Jesus Christ raised from the dead, but in their ego, they still think that they are going to rule and reign, and they're taking that same controlling spirit and putting that name on this dominating platform. Y'all please leave me your comments on this and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Good morning. I'm Lana Zach. We want to take you to Washington, D.C. now, where officials from the Department of Health and Human Services, as well as the Department of Defense, are discussing Operation Warp Speed. Let's watch.
Some people assumed that I meant day of distribution. In fact, D-Day in military designates the day the mission begins. D-Day was a pivotal turning point in World War II. It was the beginning of the end. D-Day was the beginning of the end, and that's where we are today. But make no mistake, It was not the end. Months and months of hard-fought battles occurred, and it took diligence, courage, and strength to eventually achieve victory. But victory did come. And while this moment is extraordinary in time, and I'm proud to be here announcing where we are with distribution, we have a lot of work to do. We are not taking a victory lap. We know that the road ahead of us will be tough. We know that situations will occur, but we will figure it out together, collectively, whole of America approach to solve the problems. At the end of the day, we have an excellent plan that has been well coordinated, well synchronized, well rehearsed, and well collaborated with everybody from the total government through commercial industry down to through the governors at the states. I am very confident in it. With that said, those who plan for perfection, right, in their plan will not be successful. We have to be able to see ourselves at all times and be able to execute adjustments accordingly. So what happens next? My guidance was to ensure this precious commodity is received by the trained professionals at each state. We had to plan for the best outcome without knowing exactly when EUA would occur. When the decision occurred last night, we immediately went into action and implemented our hourly and now our D-Day sequence. We implemented a sliding scale that allows us to ensure that everything is in place, that people are positioned and ready accordingly. I expect the first shipments to arrive Monday morning. Extensive coordination will ensure that this occurs. We have worked with Pfizer, McKesson, UPS, FedEx, federal and local law enforcement agencies to ensure safety and security of the vaccine. Make no mistake, distribution has begun. Right now, boxes are being packed and loaded with vaccine with emphasis on quality control. Within the next 24 hours, they will begin moving vaccine from the Pfizer manufacturing facility to the UPS and FedEx hubs. And then it will go out to the 636 locations nationwide, which were identified by the states and the territories. We expect 145 sites across all the states to receive vaccine on Monday, another 425 sites on Tuesday, and the final 66 sites on Wednesday, which will complete the initial delivery of the Pfizer orders for vaccine. At the sites, the vaccine will marry up with the ancillary kits that we've already distributed. These kits include needles, syringes, diluent, and other supplies necessary to administer the shots. And we remained agile and adaptive to what the situation brings to us. As we work through many time zones, many areas of concern, we will manage the distribution on a day-to-day process. It is only through the foundation established by the incredible experts of CDC, the capability and capacity of commercial industry, including Pfizer, McKesson, FedEx, UPS, Walgreens, CVS, and many others, and most importantly, the governors, public health officers, and healthcare communities, that this plan will be successful. Because of the sheer energy, the whole of America approach, I am absolutely 100% confident that we are going to distribute safely this precious commodity, this vaccine needed to defeat the enemy, COVID. Many of you want to know who will receive the first vaccine. And while I leave that up to the experts at the Health and Human Services organization, I remind you of this. Nearly 100,000 Americans have already rolled up their sleeves and participated in clinical trials across America. They were the true first recipients of the vaccine. They deserve our utmost respect and appreciation. Without them, we could not be here today. True American heroes. This is a monumental week for us all as we distribute the first millions of doses of vaccines to the American people. But each week that follows, we will have more doses ready for allocation and distribution. We are also posturing for to phase in Moderna vaccine if they receive an EUA. This is about a steady cadence of delivery to bring the American people to a place of confidence that vaccine is coming. We want to ensure the vaccine arrives safely and that it can be effectively administered once arrival occurs. It is so important that all vaccine that's available is utilized as a shot in an arm and nothing is wasted. This is our sole focus every single day, every waking minute that we have. We know every day American lives are lost, more fall ill every day, more struggle with the circumstances of the pandemic. So while today we applaud everybody who's been a part of the team, part of the collaboration, part of the success that's brought us here today, we know that we are not done. We are not done until every American has access to the vaccine. To every American that wants it, receives it. This is our only goal. We work every day to achieve it. I ask all of us to be vigilant, to understand what we're doing, to collectively read about the vaccines, to make decisions about the vaccine and your use of it accordingly. I think it'll be a wonderful time as we deliver more vaccines every day and more people receive the vaccine. We'll be working it hard the next couple days to ensure these first shipments go very well. It is the foundation for all future deliveries. I know you will have questions, so I commit to keep updates to you on a regular basis, starting with Monday morning as we go through an update on where we are operationally. I have 100% confidence that we will get the vaccines to the American people and that it will be safe and it will be secure when it arrives. So I want to say thanks to everybody for getting us here today. I want to say thanks for your time to listen to my comments, and now I'm ready for some questions that you may have. Thank you.